Hey, here are 5 stupid things I've noticed since last time. State Representative drops hammer on Hawaiian homeless. Until recently, Hawaii State Representative Tom Brower had a novel way of dealing with homelessness in his state, taking a sledgehammer and smashing homeless people's possessions. Brower would also take it upon himself to wake homeless people that he caught sleeping in public during the day and tell them to move it along. Because apparently being a member of Hawaii's House of Representatives also entitles you to behave like a stereotypical 1940s New York beat cop. Brower attempted to justify his violent bullying of the most vulnerable members of our society by saying that he just wanted to do something practical to clean up the streets because it was just so upsetting for him to see homeless people cluttering up Honolulu. Yes, that must be so awful for you. Recent media attention has caused Brower to put down his sledgehammer, but he hasn't apologized and in fact has recently expressed some confusion that his actions were interpreted as attacks on the homeless rather than as part of a campaign for cleanliness. Brower, by the way, is a Democrat, and if nothing else, he serves as a useful example of the truth that being a horrible fucking person is a nonpartisan condition. The nuclear option. Republican Mitch McConnell, the U.S. Senate's minority leader, warned his Democratic colleagues that one day, when the shoe's on the other foot, they may come to regret the recent rule change that they passed, eliminating the filibuster on presidential appointments. I don't know, Mitch. I think you're forgetting how things work in American politics. Your party, the Republicans, are tenacious and effective, but evil, while the Democrats are well-intentioned, but hapless and incompetent. Filibuster or no, I really don't think it's going to make a difference one way or the other. And for an example of this, look no further than this very story. Republicans in the Senate have been filibustering everything in sight, blocking presidential appointments for years. And only now, 10 months into President Obama's second term, does the Democratic majority, which controls the Senate, decide to do anything about it. Sorry, Mitch, but sadly, I think you guys are going to be just fine. Hey, so it turns out George Zimmerman is a violent asshole. George Zimmerman, the Florida man who shot and killed an unarmed teenager and then was forced to face exactly 0 legal consequences as a result, was arrested week before last and charged with assault and battery for threatening his girlfriend with a shotgun. Damn it, I really thought he was going to keep his nose clean after that Trayvon Martin business. I mean, who could have guessed that George Zimmerman would turn out to be an unstable bully who shouldn't be allowed to be in the same room as a firearm, let alone able to legally own 5 of them? Why didn't we see this coming? Columnist pans 12 Years a Slave as abolitionist porn. Former National Review columnist John Derbyshire has not seen director Steve McQueen's new film 12 Years a Slave. And neither have I, but here's the difference between John Derbyshire and I. Since I haven't seen the movie, I don't have an opinion on it. Derbyshire isn't held back by such trifling details. In a recent column, after admitting that he hasn't seen the film, Derbyshire declares 12 Years a Slave to be a piece of, quote, abolitionist porn that presents an overly negative portrayal of American slavery. Sure, slavery was bad, I mean, we all know that, but you know, those slaves weren't all exactly angels themselves, and some slaves wrote admiringly and kindly of their masters in the years following the end of slavery, so I mean, it couldn't have been all that bad, right? Let's leave aside for the moment Derbyshire's compulsion to opine on the depiction of slavery in a film he has not actually seen. If slavery wasn't that bad, what the fuck was that bad? If slavery wasn't the darkest, most regrettable chapter in all of American history, then Nothing, not the forced relocation and massacring of American Indians, not the internment of Japanese Americans during World War II, nothing that has happened since the first Europeans set foot on this continent can have been that bad. Which, now that I think about it, is probably the point. The whole working on Thanksgiving thing. Last week, Best Buy and several other chains of big box stores caught some shit for deciding to open and thereby to force some of their employees to work on Thanksgiving Day. And I agree with the sentiment of those who are upset. Extending Black Friday into Thanksgiving Day sucks, both for those who are forced to work and for our culture overall, which never ceases to amaze me by its capacity to grow ever more grasping and materialistic. But those of you who are complaining about this, you realize that we bring this on ourselves, right? We not only tolerate this kind of naked mercenary capitalism, we reward and glorify and encourage it. If we didn't respond to Black Friday sales like junkies who heard they were giving away free crack outside Walmart, maybe retailers wouldn't feel at liberty to plant a flag on Thanksgiving Day as well. Oh, but $500 off a 60-inch plasma TV. I can't possibly pass that up, can I? Sure you can. The hardest part is only picking 5. Catch you next time.